fun.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, what happened the week before?
It was Victoria's week.
I know, but you said 2 episodes in a row.
For him.
Yeah, but you
was it?
for you, bro, what
I had
happened?
a doctor's appointment.
And then last week, what was it?
No,
That was Victoria's. I was here last week.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
you
said
were here
oh,
for-
2 weeks in a row,
For
meaning
him.
today.
Yeah, right
oh,
now.
so let's talk about that. Yeah, we'll sit with Lauren for a little bit, and then we'll have Shayla join from Rove, and then for now we're just before the mic before we get into our live streaming. Any other information that we provide?
I mean, check us out on all the platforms.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, we're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. You know, we're gonna be on TikTok soon. We're on Facebook, Instagram. Come check us out. We'll always be posting. You know, check out some funny jokes we talked about in the past past streams we've had. Some funny people, some great guests. You know, Rayvon over here. We're gonna miss you when you.
Rayvon, man, about to have a baby.
Yo.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Be
You
crazy, bro.
excited? It's
Yeah, no, like,
close.
yeah, should be pretty
DJ's
cool.
close.
Should be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. I just realized Shorty's mom follows us on Instagram, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it, bro.
Yeah, she was seeing all the posts. It's mad funny.
Yeah, it is mad funny. Well, let's get into it, guys. We're gonna drop our infused influence for the radio. So for those who are familiar with how we do this segment, we of course tap in with you guys live here on the internet. However, we do pre-record a radio show. We're 3.5 years strong. So shout out to WICN, NPR. Let's get into it.
What up, y'all? You're now listening to Infused Influence, where we're infused by weed culture, cannabis business, and its politics through conversations with special guests. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right, we are back with Infused Influence. My name is Ulysses. I am one of your hosts here, something like that, I guess. Join Rayvon. What's up, Rayvon?
Yo, you know, another host, something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're joined with another guy who would say the same thing.
Let's
Lorian.
go.
What's going on, Lorian?
I'm here. I'm something like that. You know? Here every day. You know.
We're gonna clap it up for all of us, I guess. Can I just explain something like that? What that means, though, it's because people. I was just telling you before. People are like, "Oh, you're the boss. You tell people what to do." That is
like
not. That's not what happens, bro. Like, you're a parent. You tell your kids what to do. That's not what happens, bro.
You know, sometimes they're telling you what to do.
Sometimes, bro. Sometimes I get overwhelmed because it happens too often. You know? Everybody's got an opinion.
They'll finesse you too.
Yeah, for real.
Yo, kids is.
Yeah, man. Not
Good
just
luck.
the kids, bro. It's not just
Yeah,
the
I
kids,
know.
bro.
The adult kids too.
The adult kids. People
Everybody.
be trying to finesse, bro.
Every day. My goodness.
Yo, it's wild times, man. But we're here. So, yeah. So we'll do this segment with Lorian here, and then I guess for our radio listeners, next week we'll have Shayla join from Rove. She's been with us before, I think once at least, right?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah. So it's probably been like what, a year?
At least a year.
At least a
Yeah.
year at the minimum, bro. You know what I mean? She has some really cool stories, bro.
Yeah, Shayla the baller.
Shayla the baller, bro. She was on a
A
reality
show.
TV show, bro.
wow.
Yeah.
Which
What was the
one?
name of it? You remember?
No. I just remember she was in Spain for it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
those are the spicy ones.
Yeah, it was
okay.
MTV, I think.
Yeah, it was MTV.
Okay, yeah.
So
okay,
it was
definitely a
about
spicy one.
I think people maybe potentially getting married.
Yeah, it's one-
it was definitely a dating show.
Yeah,
God.
but she went there with her boyfriend, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. So it was like trying to make it seem like if their love would last, and if it does, then they're gonna get married.
Oh, okay.
On
okay,
TV,
okay.
bro.
That's cool. That's actually kind of cool going
It was-
with like
yeah,
your
it
significant
seemed-
other. and
Well, yeah, because
testing
while
your
you're
love.
on the show, they bring in an ex of.
Oh
the
yeah,
people,
yo.
and then that's where it gets.
It's coming
spicy.
back, bro.
Oh, that's crazy. You choose to do that? That's crazy.
I know. There's a lot-
I guess the
little
money
much,
might be
bro.
worth it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, no, she left. She was like, "Yeah, peace. I'm going back to America." She flew back.
She did, right? It's not even like she was casted out or anything,
No,
bro.
yeah, she left. Yeah.
Yeah, it was too much, bro.
Yeah, that's watching it, the drama that happens, knowing, not hearing that, it's real.
Yeah. I mean, somewhat real. You know what I
That's
mean? Like,
crazy.
feelings are real, but there's probably like a little plot and a twist and like maybe some things that the TV producers don't tell
Yeah,
you,
that's
so
what
they
I'm
can
saying,
get your
like-
real reaction out of you.
Exactly. I
But
feel
they
like,
know they have the script, bro.
Yeah, I feel
You know
like they
what I'm
have a
saying?
base script, like
Right.
what it's supposed to be about, but then it goes.
Right.
Watching it is entertaining. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No. What was some of your favorite? And I was at the doctor's with my kid, and I saw last week. I saw they a commercial for Jersey Shore like reunion them going, and I'm like, yo, this is still happening
Oh my god.
for real. Like, so what were your favorite? Some of your favorite?
I
reality
like that like Love Island thing. I forgot what it was called. It was
Mm.
like it's weird. It's like a bunch of single people go and you're supposed to find a match before the end of the night. And if you don't, you're basically out the island. So like it's
What?
yeah, it's crazy.
So every night you have to find a match.
yeah, so it's either like they're just trying to survive or they really like you. You don't know.
What?
It's crazy.
Yo, that is crazy,
lit,
bro.
yo.
What was that on?
I forgot. I was just watching on Netflix or something. Like that
Netflix?
with, like,
Oh, word.
one of my guys.
Yo, that's hilarious. What about you, Rayvon? What were some of your favorite?
Buck Wild.
Ooh, what's that?
It was a reality TV show on like MTV of like people who lived like in the South doing like trailer park stuff. Yeah, Buck Wild.
That sounds.
I feel like I remember that. That must have been
Driving
when you were like in high
tractors or
school.
stuff like that.
That was years ago, bro.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah, that
remember that
one.
one, bro. Remember Teen Mom?
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Yo, Teen Mom's crazy. No.
Yo, crazy, bro.
Teen Mom is crazy.
Yeah, bro. These people be coming up, bro.
And that's an old one too that survived a long time.
It did,
man.
bro. It did. When it first came out, it was like kind of serious, and then
Yeah.
like the internet hit, and like all these shorties was, trying to become famous. off of
I'm
it,
pretty
right?
sure I was in like high school when it first.
That's what I'm
like,
saying, bro. Me
like when
too,
it first,
bro.
it was like super serious. It was like, don't be a team. Like it was like
Yeah.
kind of like teaching you.
Right. Why
and-
not to?
Yeah. Then it became like a drama.
Yeah. Yeah. Then these shorties started getting BBLs.
Yeah, exactly. It became.
Yo, wild, bro. Nah, man. But yeah, have you guys seen? I'm asking this question because I really don't know. Is there ever been like a weed reality TV show?
I want to say so. Yeah.
Which one?
There was like there might be a show right now on Netflix that's like a reality TV show around like the dispensary life.
No way.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Tell me more.
I mean, I don't know much about it. I've just heard about like there's a show like that where like I want to say they either like made a fake store with like a whole set and like it's kind of what we've talked about like just like following the dispensary life.
Yeah, yeah.
But like into a reality TV show.
Dude, that's crazy. I don't really watch much on Netflix, but I would tap in just to see the authenticity of it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that's one of the things that turns me off about a lot of TV and reality TV is that like when it's too scripted,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, or it's too fake. So we'd be able to tell right away if it's real. If it's a real weed spot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You know what you should do? I think you should do Undercover Boss. You know what that is?
Yeah, a little bit,
Yeah,
bro.
that'd
In
be
what
cool.
context though? What do you-
Just like I
Show
feel
up.
like it'd be cool in the marijuana like industry in general, having Undercover Boss to see what the actual like how
yeah.
people work on a day-to-day lifestyle
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
industry is, and
Yeah.
seeing like how it helps people. Both people might take advantage of it, and then it might help people. And I think it's a cool
Yeah.
because that's kind of what that show was about. It was showing like you know.
It's funny you say that, man, because I went to a dispensary in Portland this weekend, and I can tell you the service wasn't that great. Had he known, like, he got kind of irritated because I was asking so many questions.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, you don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not just gonna take your word for it. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what cannabinoids during here, bro? He's like, it's good for sleep. I'm like, well, what? Why? You know? So stuff like that, bro. Because sometimes you enter these spots and people don't know.
Yeah,
know what I
you
mean?
want to trust the people that are selling to you.
Right. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
What was the name of the spot?
I don't remember actually. I've been there before, like years ago, but then I visited again. I don't remember, bro. I don't. Yeah, but there's a ton of them out in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some of them got good vibes. You know what I mean? But others, man. And I almost think about it in the same way here. Like I wouldn't want anyone to walk in and have a bad experience. Like, if someone being on their cell phone or like indulging in a personal conversation and not paying attention to the customer. You don't know if that person's a secret shopper. You know what I mean? Like, so you always just want to be like attentive because I mean that's what you're here for. It's not for social hour. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it was one of those experiences. Like the dude looked aggravated when I walked in. Like, sorry you had to get up and actually work, bro. Like, I'm here to spend money and buy weed, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah. So, but
Was the
weed
good?
So I got some gummies because I'm not smoking. But the gummies were good. They were live
They were
resin.
full spectrum. Okay.
They were full spectrum. Yeah. I mean, it took me a little while to get there with him, and they had some pills that looked similar to 1906, but he couldn't tell me much information on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the gummies were good, bro. They were kind of like THCA. That's the cannabinoid that's like focusing, energetic, I think, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Wait, no.
believe so.
Either that or V.
No,
THCV.
it's yeah.
THCV is like
THC, one of those, bro. So yeah, it got the job done for sure. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so if we're gonna do a reality TV show here, how would it roll?
I mean, it would just be like The Office.
Like The Office?
Yeah, y'all are
exactly like
funny.
The Office.
Y'all are funny.
What is that? What do you mean, like
you know the TV show The Office?
I know, but like
Yeah,
what?
like-
in what?
In the context of like, we have a reception who's in the front. We have like the retail floor that's like the main floor. We then have like the annex in the back through like that long hallway. We've got the break room area. We've got like the warehouse, aka manufacturing. Like we've got all the different facets of the business, and I think we have enough characters who really. I mean, Dan
Characters.
is
I mean, the thing is though, bro. So the question was our reality TV show. Those are actors. Those are all paid actors.
No,
right?
yeah, they are. But like, I think the sentiment of like
Right.
the show is the exact same.
Right.
Of,
Yeah.
like just the daily life of what goes on.
So we can create a reality TV show around The Office, and knowing that those guys are actors, but the context and I guess the construct would be similar to The Office. And I have never watched the full episode of The Office.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what
Okay.
what I would say is, you know what improv is, right?
Yeah.
So while they're actors, it's not like you're given a script. You're
Right,
more
right.
given a scenario, and you have to improv it.
Right.
So
So
you
is
still
that how
gotta-
they had success? you
Yeah,
think?
so that's basically what you would go here. It's like act like it's a day-to-day life of how it would normally be at Major Bloom, just make it funny.
Right.
So you would highlight the funny parts of your daily life on purpose.
Is that how it's directed?
Yeah, that's how you
Yo,
direct
that's
it. So it's
sick.
like you just do your day-to-day life, and
Look,
you,
Rayvon, a light bulb just went
A
off.
little bit.
I can
know,
agree
that's-
with him, bro, because
that's
all
how
those
Kim
guys,
Kardashian,
Yeah.
all those people, that's how they do it. They just
All-
live their day-to-day life.
all those actors, I can imagine that they're really great improv actors. You know what I mean? Like Steve Carell. Is his
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
Bro, there's no way he's going line for line over the script. He's been
No,
doing
he's
this
not.
for way too long, bro. You know what I mean? So I see what you're saying.
And that also happens in movies sometimes. When you're a really good actor, they'll let you
Right.
improv.
Right.
Because they know that you're gonna, and that's
Yeah.
happening like Men in
Williams.
Black. Like, yeah, there's so many good like Will Smith. They let him just
Yeah.
improv so much stuff because he's so funny when
Yeah,
he just you know.
Yeah.
So you want to find there's certain people you want to give a script to, like
Right.
obviously, like hey, when we come with the camera, say
Right.
this, so that way the person that's good at improv can
Right.
improv, you know.
Right.
But it's like halfway, you know. There's some people that can improv, and there's some people that can't. So you
Right.
more want to give them a role. Hey, you're supposed to be annoying.
Right.
Just do this. You
Right,
know?
right.
And then some people are just hey, react to this.
That's so interesting, bro. What are you thinking about, bro? Looks like you were.
I don't think
You're
you give them
thinking-
a script at all. I don't think you.
Yeah, you-
I don't think you set them up. I think that the nature of what you have in the building, the raw talent of different people and relationships that are throughout, is enough. Where if you just filmed them, you don't need to like tell someone they have to be annoying or they have to be this. Like, there's naturally a person for everything already. In this building.
And to go on that, and that's where I'm kind of leaning towards with it. It's more like you don't really have to write a script already. You just go off
Right.
of people's already personalities. So
Right,
the
right.
script is not really do this. The script is this is your personality. This is what's funny about it.
Right.
Focus on this part of your personality. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what a director would really tell someone is more like, hey, you're
Yeah.
funny when you do this.
Yeah.
So do this more.
Well,
You
we
get what
got
I'm
some
saying?
great data from the recent survey we did, asking people like why they feel that they would be great at content, and some of the answers were pretty good.
Yeah, some
man.
people are funny here already.
Yeah,
Just
that's
from
what I'm
talking-
saying, bro.
Just
But
from talking to them.
You know, it's like how do we bring that out and relate it, make it relatable for people? Because that's what I think I struggle with. Like we've been obviously consistent with doing this for the last 3 years. You know what I mean? And then you getting involved and being consistent for the last 3 months and stuff like that. But it's like, how do you take Danny's idea from just him talking all the time to actually putting it into action without physically, well, not even physically, but like hand holding him? You know, that's what I
Here's
struggle
what
with.
I say. Post him talking about it first. Because once there's that
Ooh.
community aspect of when is Dan going to do this?
Yeah.
And then people know who Dan is. Dan
Right.
has a great idea. Oh, Dan, you should
Right.
do it. that's what's going to motivate him to do it.
Right,
You get what I'm
right.
saying? Once there's a community aspect towards, Dan had a great idea. We want to see this. That's
Right.
what's going to make him actually come and do it every day.
Right.
Or
Right.
you want, you know, people are asking for it, you know?
Yeah.
So
No,
I think
I
that's
feel
the
you.
first step. Exactly where you started, just having the raw office of what people are talking about.
Right.
Just putting that as content. I
Yeah.
think people will fall in love with the people you have here already.
No, I feel that, bro. I also feel like there needs to be some kind of construct or like guide rails. You know what I mean? Because like I can't tell you enough how many people I've heard say they want to do something and they'll start it and then just give up, bro.
Yeah.
Like I see it all the time and it is mind-boggling to me because I think that to your point, once you publicly say something, you're a little bit more committed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Psychologically, you know, psychology tells us that. You know, write stuff down. To your point, you know, you record it, tell other people about it, then you're a little bit more committed. But yo, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna do brain strain for our
You
internet.
trying
Yeah, we're putting Lorian on the spot.
I'm not ready for this yet.
Nah,
Oh
you
my
got it, bro.
God.
You got it, bro.
You don't understand how much I've been thinking about it. Now that I have not been thinking about it, you want me to do mainstream?
Let's go. All right, we're gonna take a quick break for the radio listeners.
Oh gosh.
All right,
That's
bro.
too
So
funny.
you are
I don't
on the
even
spot,
know.
bro.
Why are you trying to make me do this
Yeah,
now? I'm
you
not
got
ready
it.
for this right now.
You got it, bro.
I was ready before, but now you
No.
caught me off guard.
Rayvon's got 2 phones over there. He's got the timer up.
Oh
You got the
my
timer
God,
up.
I don't even
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. So you know you know the
Oh my
game, bro.
God, yeah.
On your
I
word,
know
Rayvon,
the
I'm
game.
counting.
1, 2, 3, go.
All right, so you know I'm going with Sour Diesel, Blue Dream. I'm gonna go with oh my God, I'm already blanking. Sour Diesel, Blue Dream. Why am I already blanking? Durban Poison. My gosh. Yo, y'all really put me on the spot. Like I'm not even thinking about strains right now. What is that popcorn one called? I don't even remember. Oh, yo, wow, y'all really put me on the. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
You're
Like,
at 3.
I know I'm only at 3 right now. I can't even remember anything except for what I literally. I can't even remember what I just smoked.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, Shayla.
I had a whole. Hold on, it was like Durban Poison. I already said Durban Poison, right? So there's.
Bro, you got to be coming up on.
I'm telling you right now, I'm
5
not even
seconds.
thinking. I stopped smoking for like a week, and y'all are doing this to me now? Like, really?
So we got 3.
Yeah, I
That's
literally
it.
got 3.
Yeah.
Literally, I've been trying
That's
to not
all
think
right.
about smoking, and y'all made me do this out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. That's cool. All right, for the live listeners, we're gonna tap back into
let's
our
get back
radio
into this.
show here.
I am not thinking about weed right now. I'm like, yo, that's the last thing I'm thinking about.
So we're back with Infused Influence here. Yeah, that's cool, bro. That's cool.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. We'll finish. Not, yeah, just leave it there, bro. Just shoot her a text. So we're back with Infused Influence here. So for the radio listeners, we just did our game, and you have to check us out on the internet for it. It's called Brain Strain, and I think that was the worst performance.
Yeah,
that
it
we've
was
had.
because I was expecting a jar in front of me, and then all of a sudden I'm guessing fucking strains, and I'm like, yo, I was not.
Yo, we
thinking
gotta
about
go
that.
grab that weed. You're right. We need a Ziploc
I
bag.
thought I was guessing a freaking
Yo.
how much weed was gonna be in a jar, and
Yeah,
all
well,
of
you
a
gotta
sudden
do
I'm
both.
like,
You gotta do both, bro.
I will, yo,
You know what
I'll
I'm
do it
saying?
again
You will
when
do
I'm
it
more
again.
prepared.
You
Yeah,
do
but
it
right
again,
now,
bro.
you already know I'm doing like a med trial thing where I'm just not thinking about weed.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. Well, yeah, we'll you know what, man? You know, clap it up for
my
Lorian.
3 strains.
That's all right, dude. That's pretty solid, bro. That's pretty solid. We did
Oh
put
my
you on the
God.
spot. And you know what? I firmly believe that once people do it the first time, that they're only gonna get better.
Yeah,
bro.
no,
You know
of
what
course.
I mean?
That's why I felt like it's also unfair if I do it again too.
Why?
I feel like putting me on the spot is the same level everyone else had to do it at. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
they weren't expecting it.
Right.
Where I kind of knew in the background that I was eventually going to do it, but
No, of
the
course.
fact that you caught me off guard was good because I was not expecting you to try me.
No, of course, bro. Of course. Very good, bro. So yeah, we're back. We're just talking about. Wow, we spent a lot of time talking about TV, reality TV, and content.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My head was not.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, but I definitely think reality TV is a good, especially with Major Bloom. Just the culture around the music that you play here, just
Absolutely.
walking in here is an experience. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
I think that's a cool part of the reality, like just showcasing that.
I agree, bro, and being able to show that to pretty much have a global perspective
Yeah,
on it. You know what I mean? So we'll definitely get there. I think that once Rayvon gets back from his
his baby adventure.
his baby adventure, maybe
Make that a reality
you
TV
know,
show.
he'll put his director hat on and we can execute. But I mean, I guess even before that, because I've heard again a ton of ideas. Like Camry, bro. Like I literally gave her a camera. She was like, "Oh, I want to shoot this stuff." You think she ever shot anything, bro? Yeah, camera's lost now, bro. Stuff like that, and like I don't care. I'll speak open to it because it's not only just like this content creation. Like people have business ideas and things that they want to do, and like sometimes it gets to a point where you're just talking. What are you actually doing to make that a reality, dude? Like 95% of people struggle with taking that idea and materializing it into the real world and what actually happens. So like there needs to be some kind of academy for ideas to help people bring it to reality. Honestly, like some kind of boot camp.
It's very hard because every
hard, bro.
idea is so different that
Yeah.
the reality of bringing every individual idea into existence comes in from the origin of the idea. Like you have to look at the history and what other people have done, and I think maybe that blueprint is understanding what to look for when you're trying to come up with something is a good like kind of academy thing.
Right.
But every idea has so much information behind
I know,
it. It's
bro.
so cool.
I know.
I don't know.
And-
It's just amazing.
And sometimes it can go into a rabbit hole of like feeling like you have to do everything at one shot. But I'll speak from experience. Sometimes it's just about getting started. You know what I mean?
Step by step, brick by brick, like Will
Yeah,
Smith
like
says.
Will
You're
Smith
gonna
and-
build a
and
mansion
Joy-
eventually.
And Joyner, bro. Joyner
Yeah,
is
Joyner,
a big
yeah,
Will
yeah.
Smith fan.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
he
shout out
is,
to
yeah.
Joyner. I don't think we've ever actually had a conversation about Joyner on the show in the 3 years that we've done it, bro.
Really? You've never talked about Jonah?
We had a meeting yesterday, and everyone's like one person removed from Joyner, bro. Like,
Literally, I've
you know what I
known
mean?
I was in college. This dude, I used to go to his. He used to throw concerts and things for his music
for real?
before he got big. Yeah,
yeah, that's sick. You remember them days, bro?
Yeah, I'm on his original phone list for people he hits up about his music.
Yo, that's crazy.
So I still get like notifications he's coming out with albums.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's
make
sick.
sure you do this. Da, 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 da. So
Yeah, he's
I
got
love him.
ADHD too.
Yeah,
dropping soon, right?
ADHD 2 is dropping. No. He's been dropping singles from it already.
Right.
No, did it come out already?
You're looking at the wrong guy.
I'm pretty sure. I know he came out with like 2 singles already. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've been listening to it already.
I
On
know,
YouTube,
bro.
So
I know.
I just don't know the album. I think the album's coming out soon.
It's coming out
Definitely
soon.
It's
bro.
coming out soon.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm like either it came out already. Because what I like to do is wait for the hype. Like
Right.
everyone talking about it, then I'll listen to it.
Right.
Not because I want to hear people's hype. I just want to get through people's hype first.
Right,
And
right.
then get my own first impression. And
Right.
then kind of understand where people are coming from.
Right,
Like with
right.
Lil Wayne's album, all that. I
Right,
like to hear
right.
people's opinion first.
Right.
And then give my own opinion, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. It's crazy how time changed though, because even Wayne dropping that album a few weeks ago, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's not like everyone's now talking about the Clips album coming out.
Yeah.
You know? Like the internet is over.
It's just so fast. People's
Yeah,
attention
bro.
spans are like a day. Like
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I haven't even gotten through Wayne's full album yet. You know what I mean? So I'm
I
still
mean-
living there, and Clips is ready to drop.
It
I was
will.
listening to a Clip mixtape yesterday, just preparing my mind for like
Yeah,
them
just-
dropping, bro.
so many people are dropping music all the time. I think that's so cool that it's more accessible now.
Right.
And yeah, there's pros and cons. Like yes, I guess our attention spans are so fast towards the content.
Right.
But it's so accessible that so many people can express their opinions. Like, they can come out with music without it having to be like you need $1 million or you need to be signed to come out with music, all this.
Right.
Now you can see individual people that would have never really been big years ago. Now
Right.
they're super huge. And
Yeah.
it's so cool to see that people can individually now start creating content and
Yeah.
music and get big. So
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very representative of what we're talking about here. Like, and Rayvon, you probably heard this story before. I think I mentioned it to you as well. That we shot a pilot for a reality show back in 2019 before COVID.
yeah.
And even then, the idea was that we needed this big like we had the pilot they had rented a hall in Boston, bro. We were there for a day. Then they came out here and followed us around for a day, bro. And it was like sets in droves of people, bro.
Yeah,
Like they pulled up in just for a pilot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now imagine if it was reality that it made it to, national television, bro.
And that's why I always say take
Crazy.
a page out of Kim Kardashian. As a lot of people give her that, it's kind of. But the thing I really liked about what she did is she started it like personally, like her reality show was
Right.
her people walking around with cameras.
Oh, for real?
You get what I'm saying?
I
And
didn't
then
know that.
eventually she got those
Oh,
people.
I guess it started off personal,
Yeah,
bro. I
you
mean,
know
you know
what
the
I'm saying?
real origin,
Like, it was
bro.
literally her
There
phone.
was no cameraman
Yeah, that's what I'm
in
saying.
that
It was
room
like-
with Ray J, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not going back that far.
but that's, I mean, that
but
is
yeah,
the
that's her
origin,
experience.
bro.
Yeah, yeah,
that
that's
is
that is the
why
origin.
she, you get what I'm saying?
You're right.
Like, was able to build an empire.
You're right. I think that gives her the attention, but no matter what, the authenticity of her content is what really grabs people. Is when you look at Kim's like reality, it doesn't feel like it's pre-scripted.
Right.
Like, it looks like they're sitting around the table arguing with each other, doing
Right.
like, you know, it's like family
I never,
stuff.
I
It's
never
kinda-
watched it, bro.
Oh,
I never
okay.
watched it. But I know what you mean. And of course, I've seen clips, especially her ugly cry.
Yeah, literally, it's like her life, her actual life.
I'm
And
like,
it's
she's
whoa,
really
what?
crying right now.
Yeah.
That's like, it is an
You
ugly
see
cry.
some Kanye drama on that too. I'm like, oh, okay.
I miss Ye, bro. Honestly,
I know he's, you know.
sometimes these clips come up, and I'm like, man, what happened?
Nah,
where is he?
Ye lost his. It all went downhill when he lost his mom. We all know that.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I think it's all mental health for a lot of these celebrities that you
Yeah.
kind of see it. You know?
Yeah.
So, but,
No, I could get it, bro. I mean, I get a small fraction of it running this place, bro.
mm-hmm.
And how sometimes you just feel like you want to just go away, dude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, so I can imagine it, you know, 30x, 100,
Yeah.
1,000x. You know what I mean? Like,
You have to have a certain mindset to be able to get that far.
yeah,
It's-
bro.
it's just-
Yeah. But is he dropping any music soon? Any recent music?
Do you know?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
hope so.
Is he on the
Yeah.
Clips album? I saw like a artist list.
I wouldn't assume he's.
No? I thought they were
Kanye's
cool,
in
bro.
some deep. He's dealing with his own stuff
Oh,
right
for
now.
real?
What, isn't he having a divorce? All that
Well,
with his.
Oh, is he? With
Nah,
that shorty?
Not anymore? Okay,
Pusha T
okay.
just doesn't really respect him.
Oh.
publicly.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Since when?
Oh, wait, that's a different issue.
Well, that's what all I care about, bro. Since when?
Like,
Since forever.
like the last year, I guess, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Word.
Since it started with the Drake stuff, right?
Kind of. It's just more as of late, just how he's been acting.
Oh,
Pusha
word.
T's like been in interviews like for this Clips run and like talking about like why they don't work well together. and shit
Oh,
like
word.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Well, I
been
hope-
saying that, though.
I hope he's not like bashing him though, bro. I always,
Not necessarily. No, he still
it's
says
just
like
stress.
he's a musical genius, but he's not like
Right,
a
where he
person who
was.
like he can still like
Yeah.
vibe with, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I seen this video the other day of David Banner talking about Wayne, bro. You guys seen it? Bro, you seen it?
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I wish we could just get back to making
Yeah.
music,
Music,
bro.
yo.
He's like, yo, he's so talented. I just feel that with all that, whatever, like the time between or whatever, but like this ain't where it was, bro. Like, and I felt what he was saying so much, bro, because I know exactly what he means. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just,
The industry changed. Like,
Yeah,
the way you
bro.
make money is just so different now. It's more about just persona
right,
instead of authenticity. Because I felt like before, music was about being authentic.
Right.
This is what my life is about. This is my story.
right.
But now you kind of get rich telling other people's stories.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I can make a song about someone else's struggle,
Right.
and the person listening won't know if it's mine. Or
Right,
not,
right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? So I
Maybe
feel like
that's
that's the change.
What's the issue with the AI music coming in nowadays, bro?
I mean, it's been happening before the AI. It's been the clout chasers
Yeah, it's
using
true,
their
bro.
friends that do shooting, and they'll
Yeah,
rap about
I
it like they did
know,
it, you
bro.
know. And it's been going on like that, and
You
it
know-
starts more street beef.
You know what's crazy, bro? And I love clips, bro. I really do. Last night I was at the gym and I had a moment like that where Malice was talking about, or no, it might have been Pusha T talking about how he saw something on TV and got inspired, and he started to live towards that life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was it is a moment where I've heard it in his music before. He's super. They're both influenced by Biggie so much, bro. Like I can tell that they recited his lines as a kid. Like I listen to things differently. Like I understand that and I think that's what makes them musically geniuses, because they're not saying that they made up this particular style or they are not influenced by this stuff. But if you actually listen to what they're saying,
Yeah.
he's saying that he was inspired by a movie. And then now he's rapping about that lifestyle.
Yeah.
He's not saying that
Yeah, exactly.
he was outside like that. And don't get me wrong, there were times where they probably were. You get what I'm saying? It's just that in that particular song that I was listening to, he was literally talking about watching what's Al Pacino and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm
Al
saying?
Capone,
Yeah, and just he was inspired by that. And he was like, my mom should have known. She should have never let me watch that TV show. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
so
what
he's
you're
not
saying there.
saying like, I was selling a bunch of drugs and guns. He's like, I was inspired by that lifestyle, and then I seen it outside. So that's basically what his storytelling was, and like, and I think it's genius because he's telling the truth. You know what I mean? And it is interesting because you have to listen to what he's saying. And there's so many artists that are like that.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know what I mean?
Tupac's like that. I mean,
Right.
That's a great example of someone that was like, he wasn't outside doing all that. He saw it all
Saw it,
happen
right.
from his window, and he raps it like he
Right,
saw it.
right.
Where Biggie was the opposite. He was
Right.
out there doing,
absolutely,
it.
bro.
So you can see the difference in
Yeah.
the way they rap, but no
For
one,
sure.
they both were respected.
Yeah, bro. And it gets dangerous, bro. Like sometimes I think about the dudes in Chicago, bro. What's his name?
Dude, they're crazy.
What's
I don't wanna-
dude now?
Which one?
Not Chief Keef, but
Dirk?
Dirk,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, Dirk is dealing, because I know a lot of his artists, I'm not going to lie, they're all struggling right now because he's dealing with a lot of
A
legal
lot of legal stuff, bro.
stuff. But
Mhm.
I mean, that's what happens when you make your whole persona about
Right,
that
right.
that lifestyle instead
Right.
of being about I want to educate people about this lifestyle and how it's bad. Like,
Right.
that's how like Tupac was. It was like, hey, I'm not trying to glorify this, but
Dude.
this is what I had to do to live.
Some of his TV interviews, they are so transcending. You know, they are so relevant to today, and it just mind blowing because he can be the only person in a room, and people hear what he's saying, but they're not understanding it. And then you play it back 20, 30
That's
years
Nipsey
later.
Hussle too, just like
Yeah,
that.
bro.
And
It's
Nipsey
like,
Hussle was
bro,
just like
how are
that,
you
too.
guys not recognizing what he's saying, and you're just playing into this?
Yeah, and then they pass that, and then everyone picks
Right,
up on
then
it.
everyone
right? And
picks
it's
up
like,
on it,
I
bro.
feel like people pick up on it, they just don't want to put the effort.
Right,
I think that's really what it is, because
Yeah.
some of this stuff takes a lot of effort to really go through.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's nicer to hear other people go through that than to actually go through it yourself.
Right.
And then once you actually feel a certain like empathy towards that person and and then you're like, oh damn, I wish I took it more seriously.
Right.
Maybe this wouldn't have happened to them if we cared more about this
Right.
person.
Right.
I feel like that's the way society's kind of looking at things right now, but
Yeah.
that's lessons, right? I mean, this
Yeah,
is so
bro.
different from how things used to be.
Yeah.
It used to be books, right? Writers we used to look up to instead of
Right.
artists,
Right. No, for sure. Well, yo, we're on time. We spent a lot of time talking about pop culture today, and yeah. So we'll be back for the internet listeners. We'll be back with Shayla. She's gonna pop through real quick for the radio. Infused Influence, WICN, NPR. We'll be back with another episode next week. We'll keep it going, keep it consistent. I want to thank Lorian for joining today. He's now our sixth man of the year, and then we got Rayvon as our clutch player. You know what I'm saying?
Rayvon over here when it's like 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. We need a 3-pointer.
Wow, very good. So you guys have just been infused. Peace. So we'll just give a quick mic check for the internet listeners because we're live right now on the internet. Just so you know.
Beautiful.
So we have two different segments. We pre-record for the radio, but then we also stream on the internet now. So I brought the show back in. Thank you, Lori. And then for the internet listeners, we're gonna bring in our radio show with a new episode here. So we got a guest. Her name is Shayla, and we'll do a formal introduction with her as we get through the production for the radio show. So without further ado, let's get started.
What up, y'all? You're now listening to Infused Influence, where we're infused by weed culture, cannabis business, and its politics through conversations with special guests. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
What up? We are back with another episode here of Infused Influence. My name is Ulysses. I'm your quasi-host, and we're joined with Rayvon. What's up, Rayvon?
How you doing, young man?
How are you today, bro?
I'm gonna say 7.7 out of 10.
Oh, man.
This weather's disgusting.
Yeah.
This weather's disgusting.
Dude, there has to be another variable in the weather, bro. It has to. You have to factor in other variables.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say 6.5, but I like Shayla.
Oh.
So Shayla brought that up. Shout out to Shayla.
Yo, it's so funny, bro.
Appreciate it.
Because I'm like, you gotta be better with a beautiful lady sitting next to you.
Oh, come on
bro.
now, come on now. Respect is where it's due. You feel me? Shout out to our special guest. Welcome,
Yes.
Shayla. You know.
Bring her in officially,
I'm so happy to
bro.
be here, guys. Thanks for having me.
Again, right?
Yeah, welcome back. She's actually been here before. We talked about Shayla the Baller.
Shayla the baller.
Before we had these cameras up in here, actually, wow, this is mad close. I mean, that's mad funny. Before we had her, this is actually hilarious. Yeah, it's a crazy angle. But yeah, no, welcome back. It's nice to have you here with the
clap it
cameras
up for
on. The people could actually see what you look like now.
Shayla the
Unfortunately,
baller.
they see me too.
Honestly, it's been a huge upgrade since the last time I've been
That's
here.
what's
So
up,
I see
yeah.
y'all working.
We
and
working.
Trying.
We had to get those angles on you.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I came barefaced today too, so
that's
you
what's
get
up.
that angle in.
Yeah.
Right?
feel
These
that.
bags and all.
Yeah. No, I forgot my mascara today. I feel you.
Yeah, you stupid,
But
bro.
you see this skin? This is CBD and 24 karat gold oil.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Well, you said you went to a Fenty show recently.
I did.
I use Fenty, bro.
I use Fenty religiously.
Yo, same.
I love Fenty.
Sometimes I gotta take breaks from it because I feel like my skin gets used to it. But when I get right back on it with that fat water, bro.
No, for real, that fat water.
You use the
Rayvon,
fat water?
Get on it.
No, I fell asleep with it. I didn't put the moisturizer on last night, so I fell asleep with the fat water, just the fat water last night.
Shining.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little bit.
looks
I mean,
good.
but likewise, dude.
This is Hole in the Care, or Hole in the Wall Care. It's a mass black woman-owned brand, and she makes this, and it's
Yo, that's what's up.
proprietary to her too. Like she has
Wow.
a patent for it.
Is she commercialized it, or you just
Yeah,
know her?
she's in dispensaries. She's sold in a few shops. I'll
in
put you in.
in Mass?
In Mass,
Oh,
yeah.
that's what's up.
She also works with Type to Cow.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up.
Shout out to you, Laura. Much love.
What is it, Laura?
Yeah, Laura's her name.
Is she from New York? Or is she from Mass?
I believe she's from Mass, if
Oh,
I'm not
awesome.
mistaken. Yeah, sorry, Laura, if you're not, but I believe she's from Mass.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. You hear that, Rayvon? Skincare, bro.
Skincare. Good old
everything.
water.
Yeah, good
you're
water, you
horrible.
said.
Good old water.
Yeah,
That's
I
my-
mean, yeah, you're not wrong, bro. Water's important.
It's so super important.
Yeah.
Super important, bro. I drink a lot of water. That's it.
Yeah, no, that's what's
Your
up.
skin looks good too.
It
though.
does though,
I
doesn't
appreciate
it?
that. I don't do nothing to it. I just drink water.
You just need a little lineup, bro.
That's it. Yeah,
I'm
you
over
feel
here
me?
talking shit. I do too, bro.
Oh yeah, lineups are like a biannual thing. you
Bro,
know?
yo, it's wild how often he doesn't get.
Yeah. Who needs
He'd
them?
be chilling.
Yeah, you feel me?
It works.
Who needs them? Right?
Yo, no.
Yeah.
He said biannual. That's like factual.
It's like twice a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is wild. What are the
feel me?
occasions, bro? Fill us in.
Occasions. Let's see. Birthday. Girlfriend's birthday.
Okay, that's two.
That's about it.
Nah, you get a lineup for Thanksgiving, Christmas, bro.
Okay, so Thanksgiving maybe, but
Yeah.
like the way that those all fall in the same area,
Right.
No,
Oh
like,
Oh my god, I
He
hit me
just gets
straight in
one.
like,
October.
yeah, because because I get one in October and then I get one for my birthday, and if I get it, my birthday is December 29th, so I can't get it before Christmas because it won't be crisp for my birthday.
Yeah.
So Christmas is just like you just do whatever.
Yeah, so-
And,
We share in the house anyway.
Yeah.
you know me, so
Yeah. So you basically you're saying is at the top of the year is when you're the freshest. If you're getting cut on like
My
28th,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes after, a couple days after, it looks better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, honestly, I think like the best look is like 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
I think 3 weeks in is like a great settling point for everything to have grown back just a little bit without being like, yo, nigga, go take care of yourself.
Yeah.
3 weeks in is the perfect place to be at.
Hilarious.
Honestly, I'm with you with that bare minimum beauty tactics.
Right.
Like I feel like you should just show up as is.
Right.
If it makes you feel better to do the most, do the most.
Right,
but
right.
like nothing feels better than not having to do the most and still feeling confident.
Oh,
You're so
Still feeling
right.
like you want to show up.
I mean, I think in our culture, man, I grew up with some dudes that was at the fucking barbershop religiously every week, and it's kind of OD.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
haircuts used to be $15.
Yeah,
So
no,
you
that's
could've
true.
done
You
that.
could have, even if it was just a quick lineup.
Who's
like,
paying $50 every week?
Yeah.
Y'all know D don't miss a haircut.
Yeah.
Shout out to
He's
Davis.
one of them, bro.
Bro don't miss a
Every
haircut.
time I see Davos, I
It's
respect.
Chris,
Yo,
brother.
respect it. I'm always like, yo, did you get this just for me? Like every single time, that brother is Chris, bro.
Yo, that's
Yo.
hilarious.
I
Yo,
love
he's
that.
definitely one of the ones nowadays that is always crisp with his lineup. Always when
Yeah.
you see him.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
honestly, lineup and outfit. Anytime you see D,
Yeah.
like that man is like, yo, look at him, bro. Like,
Yo,
he
that's
always
hilarious.
looked good, bro. I never seen him like
Mad
looking
love
down.
for
Right.
Davis.
Never,
Shout out
bro.
to you.
Yo, that's mad funny. Well, let's talk about that. What's new with Rove? Because Rayvon, we didn't even, for our listeners, for people that don't know, so Shayla, she's been on the show before, but she's also our wholesale manager for Rove, right?
Yeah.
Right, that's the title? I
Yeah.
don't want to mess it up. Yeah.
Yeah, account
So
manager, wholesale manager.
she's been killing it. She's been doing great. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I hope that we're great clients as well.
You guys are phenomenal. I have no
appreciate that.
complaints with my Major Bloom team. Rayvon and me, we get along. We hit it
what's
off.
up. That's what's
We
up.
get
do what
work
we need to
done.
do,
We
you
get
know?
we get shit done.
So tell us what's new, like, and especially for our viewers who might not know exactly what you do. Obviously, we're just chumming it up here because we know you, but like, yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, so for Rove, I handle mostly sales. Part of that role also consists of like displays, marketing, events, things of that sort. So we actually were talking about getting involved with Major Bloom's anniversary event coming up. So stay tuned for that and our inclusion in that. And then for Rove, mostly it's a universal Rove like I said. So I do a little bit of everything. Sales is my main point, but we work out. Our team's pretty like small, so we have our hands in a little bit of everything. That's where we're at right now. But as far as like new products go, we did just launch some new 1/2 gram ice rosin reload pods. So if you guys are familiar with our diamonds, we had the RTUs, which were like full kits. I wish I actually had a display with me right now, because now we have the visuals and everything. But yeah, so we usually sell the full kits that come with a battery, a full gram, and a charger. Now you can pick up the reload pods as just an ice rosin without the live resin diamond concentrate mix. So that's been a hot seller recently. I know we're still working on our 2 gram blunt, and we actually just discontinued some products like the 1/2 gram classics. We've also discontinued the 0.35 gram classics, and now we just have the 1 grams.
So no more disposables, is there?
No more disposables.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the decision behind that?
Just they were. I think it was the amount of grammage we had. We had 0.35 grams,
Right.
and we were seeing a lot more success with like halves and fulls.
Mm-hmm.
But then once we got rid of the 0.35 grams, there was a skyrocket for the full grams.
For the full
I'm
grams.
sure
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
seen that too. And it just made sense for us to just stick with the full grams at this point.
Right.
Which I don't mind. I think
So disposable, full gram disposables, you guys are doing as well too, or no?
no
Or
disposables.
No more disposables.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Disposables are out. Just because we have the RTU, so it's an indisposable.
Right.
And we want everyone to keep their stuff. We don't want you to throw anything away that's
Yeah.
Rove. Like, come on now. You want to keep that, all right? You feel me? So that's what we did. We started to capitalize on the diamonds that have been doing really well. Yeah.
That's what's up.
$2 grand blunt sounds crazy.
I know. I'm probably talking about it too soon, so please don't persecute me, team. But I hope it drops really soon because I'm gonna be smoking it. We got a few samples. The samples that we got were bussin', and I smoke with grabba, as you know. If you watch the other segment,
Yeah.
you know I'm the grabba queen
I forgot
or
about
whatever.
that.
So. But them shits hit. And can we curse on here?
Yes.
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. They hit, and you don't even need grabba, which makes my life a lot easier.
What's the tip? Glass tip, and then
Hemp
is it
roll.
brown, or green.
Trying to decide. It's whichever one is the most efficient because it matters. So
Are you guys infusing it as well?
yeah, the same way we do our ice pack pre-rolls, triple infused,
Oh, that
bubble
sounds
hash,
dangerous,
rosin,
bro.
rosin diamonds. Yeah.
That sounds like a celebration every time you touch one of those.
It
That's how I feel
is.
when I smoke a 2 gram blunt. I'm like, what's the occasion? Yeah, it's
When
just
I
life.
smoke y'all cross joints, that's how I feel too.
Yo, that's hilarious. Dude.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
The
love
occasions
those.
every morning.
Yo, yeah.
2 gram
I
blunt.
mean, that's the way life should be. My kids sometimes ask me, "Can you have your birthday every day?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, you can have your birthday every day, bro."
You should.
Every
You
time you wake
absolutely
up.
should.
Yeah, for real,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
That's what the 2 gram blunts give me, bro. I feel
Swear.
like it's a fucking celebration, bro.
Every day.
No, that's what's up, dude. How long have you been with Rove now?
It'll be 3 years in
Wow.
December.
Just clap it up, dude.
Yeah,
Just
3
clap it up for that.
years.
And I'll tell you why. Just because there's a lot of people.
They thought I never would survive.
Nah. When you say they though, like you're not talking about Rose. You're
No,
talking
of
about
course
the-
not.
okay,
You know, just
okay.
the haters.
Yeah.
You know, the background noise.
Yeah.
Everybody's got background noise.
Well, what it is nowadays, and Rayvon, you've definitely experienced this because I've experienced it. When people jump around, yo, we know wholesalers that have been with like 4 different companies, and it's like, bro, you got another email address, like how we can't keep
Another
up.
phone
Yeah.
number,
Another
bro.
phone number,
Another
bro.
lunch, you know.
Yeah, that's Rayvon. That's Rayvon.
Honestly, no, when it comes to turnover in the cannabis industry, I say take it with a grain of salt because y'all know our industry is not always full of like the most polished, if you will, people. So
Right.
a lot of us are dealing with some things on our own. A lot of us are mentally unstable. So if you can keep a job for at least a year, 6 months, like kudos to you because I do understand I understand why people will want to jump around, but it is so much more rewarding, like you guys say, when you just stick it out and you
Right.
can find your way where you are. It's hard, but in
Right.
my case, I found that it's worth it.
For sure.
Yeah.
What would you say is one of the reasons why you stick with Rove?
The flexibility that I have and the ability I have to do my job without having somebody micromanage me. Like, as long as my numbers are where they should be and as long as my job's getting done, I don't have anybody like down my throat or checking or double checking. If you start having people double check you, you might be falling to the wayside. But for the most part, they give me a lot of freedom. And with having my own brand, Shacy Stoner, they've been on board with that since I've started with them. So
Yeah.
it's very rare to find a company who you can work for in the same field
Right.
and still do what you got to do. So shout out to my team for the support.
No, that's what's
Seriously.
up. That's what's up. And you guys, how are things been in Framingham? Like, didn't you guys take over more space or something like that?
Yeah,
Something
so
like
we
that.
did acquire our full license in Framingham, which is exciting.
Let's go. Clap that
And
up.
we've had it for like a year now at this point. So the whole facility is ours.
No, that's what's up.
And we
That's
got
what's up.
room to do everything.
You been there yet?
Yeah, well, I haven't been with the new space yet, I don't think. Or maybe I did, actually. I went upstairs.
It's the same
Yeah, I
space.
went
It's
upstairs.
just
You guys
instead
just
of
now
us,
doing more with it. Yeah.
Instead of some rooms
Their
being
merchandise
closed off.
room is stupid.
Is it?
Oh my god, bro,
They have
it's
a lot of
stupid.
stuff.
It's a
Every
little bit
week.
bigger than this room, and it's all branded merchandise.
Yeah, it's
of
crazy.
Any fucking thing you can think of.
Yeah, that's why Shayla's so fresh. I see the dripped out
Oh yeah,
Rove
facts.
pants.
Shorts. I'm like a billboard.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
I remember leaving there with a Rove stocking for Christmas, bro.
Yeah.
And we actually
Big
hung it up.
yellow
Bro.
ones.
Yeah. A Rove backpack. Yeah, no, a lot of Rove.
No, that's what's up.
In fact, shout out to Brendan because Brendan even like sent me shit. Brendan like got me a camouflage Rove hat.
love
Is he
that.
still there?
Yeah,
He is,
Brendan's
right?
still there,
Yeah,
yeah.
shout out to Brendan.
He's
Brendan
a-
was on the
he's a-
show.
Oh yeah.
Brendan was
that's
on the
right,
show.
right.
He was
Shout
trying to get
out
his
to Brendan.
grandma.
Yo,
back on
that's
the show.
right,
Yeah.
bro. That's right. I was thinking of someone in Cali. I don't know why. Like,
There's a bunch
it
of
Matt?
team members we have.
Maybe.
In Cali.
Because
I think-
Matt worked for Rove, but
oh no, not our Matt. No,
got
no.
you.
But we'll take a quick break. Real quick, for the radio listeners, but for our internet listeners, we're gonna play a little game with Shayla.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll be right back. All right. So what this game entails is you eyeballing some weed. Okay. And then we're gonna get into a game called Brain Strain. So
Okay.
I'll just leave you with that. Okay.
All right.
She knows about that one already.
She knows about it. Oh, you
Yeah.
told her.
Well, we told her what the highest and lowest scores were.
Oh, I got you.
I think I'll do better with the sniffing part than the eyeballing part.
All right. So sniff this.
I used to.
For the listeners here, or for the online, yeah, I don't even know where this
Very,
weed came from.
Citrusy.
I don't really know. Who is this? A lava cake, bro? Who'd you get this from, bro?
That's NEA.
NEA. All right, cool. So, in this bag, we want to test your street awareness. How much weed is in this bag right here? You guys remember the Ziplocs? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're bringing it back, right? Now we got Mylar bags that are child-proof, but before all that was this. So, what's your best? Hold it up for your camera.
Well, I know when the nugs line up across the bottom, that's an eighth. So, these nugs are chunky though.
They are.
So just these two right here would have been over an eighth. So, 2.5, 5.
She's calculating, bro. She's computing.
I'll calculate it, but can I do the math? I think this is just around 14 grams.
14 grams?
14 grams.
That's your guess? So Rayvon doesn't know either. Rayvon, what is your guess?
My guess. Shit. That's about like.
When we say around, what's our estimation rate? Are we going like 10 up or 10 down?
Well, I guess you can't go over. So if you're closer by being under, then you win.
I might say it's closer to like 18-ish grams, like 20 grams.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 19, right in the middle.
Okay. All right. So let's. Whoa! Not yet.
Whoops.
There we go. So that bag is 2 grams, just so you guys know.
Okay.
You good?
Oh, we're good.
Yeah. So less 2 grams. It's 26.
That's 26 grams?
That is
24.
yeah.
Yeah, I knew
It's
it'd be a little more.
24.2.
Now I know how old boy felt when he was sniffing all the wrong weed. All right, don't hold me to it. You know? I'll take that.
No. We'll clap it up. You're the first person to do it. So 24 in the back here. We'll keep this game going. Definitely appreciate Shayla for trying.
No, yeah, that was good.
Rayvon?
Honestly, I haven't bagged up weed like that in a minute.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Because you get an eighth and you fucking again.
Our
Mylar
eighths
bag.
look skimpy.
A little bit.
Like-
sometimes, you know.
No, they all do.
Yeah, sometimes. But it's also probably because we see larger volumes more often than not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's true,
yeah,
too.
that's 5 pounds of weed right there. You know what I mean? So, so then the next game that we'll do, Rayvon, is called Brain Strain, and it seems like you have a little bit of knowledge towards it, right?
But yeah.
All right. So you got 1 minute to name as many strains as you can. I'm gonna keep count. Rayvon's gonna keep track of the time.
All right.
I'm gonna start the moment you say your first one.
All right. Skywalker, Cherry Gelato, Wowie, Bellini, Ape, Sherbert, Apple Fritter, Blueberry Kush, Watermelon Burst, Cherry Cola, Purple Trainwreck, Sugar Plum, White Knuckles, Pineapple Express, Sedusa, LA Kush Cake, White Widow, Wedding Cake, Runts, Cherry Runts, White Runts, Pink Runts, Sugar Honey Iced Tea, Sweet, did I say Sweet Tea? Sweet Tea, Granddaddy Perp, Haze, Silver Haze, Lemon Cherry Gelato, Grape Stomper, Apple and Bananas, Lemon Cake,
Time.
Bro,
When was
she literally tied Jeriel, bro.
That was 31.
31, dude.
Woo!
Yo, bro.
Yeah, baby.
Yo,
Shout out
that's
to half of them being Rove
crazy,
strains.
bro. That's crazy.
That's dope.
That was pretty dope.
And I cannot wait for Jeriel to see this.
Yeah.
Because he's going to talk mad shit.
Yo, that's what's up, dude. That's what's up. All right, so let's get back into the radio show here. And guys, we are back. Shayla just absolutely killed it on the brain strain game, bro. That was impressive, man.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
No, it was.
Dude, she
We'll have
no
to
hesitation.
see if any of our listeners can beat 31.
Yeah, because that
Dude.
seems like the number to beat.
Can I ask you, were you practicing?
No.
For
I
real?
honestly just went through the list, and once you said strains, I said, let me get the menu in my head and
Right.
spit out what I can.
Right. We might have to fact check that later. That was too.
Go ahead.
I heard you had a haze in there, and then you put another haze on. So there's
Super
so
lemon
many-
haze, regular
Right.
haze,
Right.
No, you
cherry
gotta
gelato, lemon
catch the
cherry
flow,
gelato.
you know?
Right.
You
She
say one
got the
runs, you gotta
flow,
say
bro.
all the runs.
Pink
Yeah.
runs, white runs.
I thought you were gonna say Obama runs.
I should have.
Bro, she flowed. She definitely flowed, bro. For real.
Shout out to that.
Damn, dude. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I redeemed myself now from the last.
Yeah.
We had to end on a strong note.
No. You did all right, dude. It's hard. I think I would have a hard time with that as well nowadays. Cause I mean, it's just not like. Again, everything's in a Mylar bag now. You know what I mean? When we get an eighth. Have you bought weed from a dispensary and then waited after?
Only like years ago. Only like years ago. When I used to go all the way up to Boston to buy weed. But
Every
no.
fucking time.
What did it come out to?
I mean, some 8s are 3.6, some are 3.42, some are 3.46, some are 3.7. I weigh out every single eighth. Anything I buy, I weigh it out.
Psychopath,
you.
bro. You're a serial killer, bro.
Yeah. You know how many 8s are like a 3.4?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
crazy.
you know that there's a 10% variation.
No, there
right?
is. So,
Yeah.
like, I can't complain, but, like...
And the other thing too
Man.
is that it cures even more if it's sitting on the shelf for a month or two. Waiting for testing, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's the reality of it compared to you going to see the homie and he's weighing it out in front of you.
Oh,
right?
Or he's chopping it off the tree.
You're so saying,
Lick
bro.
your nuts.
Like all that, dude. Yeah. Wait, you've had experiences like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because of my brand, I have had the opportunity to go to a couple grows and like just pick some nugs off of trees and things like that, which is nice, but it is rare. Doesn't happen all the time.
Let's talk about your brand, by the way. Just tell us what it's about. We know a little bit about it, you know what I'm saying? But for our listeners.
Okay, yeah. So if you guys aren't familiar, Shacy Stoner is my personal cannabis brand, licensed, owned out here in Mass. I was able to partner with Days Cannabis, who is a Black-owned dispensary out in Holyoke. They also have a store in Union Square. And I partnered with them on my license to be able to push my brand the way that I want in Massachusetts legally. So I have one strain under my belt right now. That's Sedusa. She's an aphrodisiac flower, which I've introduced to the guys before. And I'm currently working on some new strains to help extend the line of cannabis, if you will. And my main focus is just changing the narrative on cannabis, especially within like the Black community, especially as a Black woman, and most of my efforts being pushed towards our culture and like what it means to be a stoner, what it looks like to be a stoner, and how we've been affected by the war on drugs.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Plus your content is pretty what's the word I'm looking for, Mayvon?
Risque.
Yeah. I don't know if that's it. It's like
That is a little
attractive. Like you gotta
risque.
just check it out and be like, oh, what's this? And all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's the perfect combination between like the way women and people in this world try to make sexualization okay to a certain extent, but my thing about it is sophistication on top of it. So like there's a way to be very sexually forward without it being raunchy.
Right,
Or
right.
like, there's a difference between the Sexy Reds and anybody else making music that's
Yeah.
not like Sexy's Red music. You know what I'm saying? So there's just a limit that you have to have. And I feel like it's just raw in me, where I'm just a naturally heightened sexual person, but I'm not wallin'.
Right.
You know? Like,
Right.
sometimes you just gotta have your shit together and you can still be who you are. You just gotta polish it up a little bit.
Just gotta keep it cool, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's where Shacy Stoner is that bridge. And something else off on record, and you guys are kind of gonna be the first people to actually like, put this out there, is I just purchased a new venue. So this venue is a traveling venue, and it's gonna be a bridge between the legal consumption world and dispensaries. So like there's always that gray space about where you can consume, how you can consume, if it's possible wherever you're at. Well, I purchased and implemented this new tent that I can bring any and everywhere.
Yo, it's sick, bro.
Yeah,
I've seen
it
it.
holds, like-
Okay, I saw that tent on your story, and I was like, "Yo, she about to have like a graduate, like a wedding or something." Like, that looked crazy.
Even better, we're just gonna hotbox it any chance we get.
Yeah.
Does it come on the roof?
It does. It comes
Yeah.
with
That's what's up.
everything. It has
It had a window. I was like, "Yo, no fucking."
You should
way.
bring it for
Eight
our
windows.
anniversary. You
and
should.
now we're locked and loaded. I'm there. I'm there.
Because we shut down the street every week for Electric Haze. So La Martine Street is closed off for like a day market or a night market, they call it.
Yeah, and if it
And-
rains, it can withstand the weather.
Oh,
Like
that's
we don't
what's
have
up.
to close because of the rain. It
Yeah,
can
yeah.
survive, and it's locked and ready to go. Our
Bro,
first event is
cold.
August 9th.
Yeah.
Is that the same day
It's
as
the
your
same
event?
day, bro. No,
Oh.
but tell us about that. I mean, like, it's nothing. Yeah,
No,
what's it-
yeah, but we can still make it work either way.
Okay.
But the event August 9th is like a golf simulator event. So
Hmm.
we're partnering up with another dispensary, actually Days, to push that out.
Word.
And it's just gonna be like just an extravagant pop up, or something of that sort. But I would be
What-
more than happy
What time?
2 to 6, probably the same exact time,
Nah, I mean, ours is all day.
all day.
You know
What time does it end?
Like
1 o'clock. Yeah.
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
No, like
In the
1 o'clock
morning.
In the morning.
In the
the
morning?
morning,
Oh
yeah.
shoot! So yeah,
Yeah. We'll talk. We'll figure it
yeah,
out.
we'll figure it out.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's summer. We outside. I mean, I bounce around already.
Yeah.
So I want to do this basketball tournament.
It's the
Yeah.
same day. It's August 9th.
I know, but he said
Yeah.
it's
Well,
going
the,
to
well,
one.
so
The
the
basketball
basketball
tournament's during the
tournament's
day.
like 8 to 4, like is the morning,
Got
and
it.
then the market's like nighttime.
Oh, okay. We'll make it work.
We'll
Stay
make it
tuned.
work.
We might just clone Shayla.
Yeah.
Here in both
Bro, you
places.
know how many times I say I wish I had a twin?
Because you have to go to Beyonce and do a Rove event the same night. How did that go for
It
you?
was-
I saw that you went to Beyonce.
We made it work. Yeah, we made it work. It just so happened that one of our field marketing reps got promoted at that same time to cover events, so we were able to like hand it off to her and have her take over that event and do the main thing. But yeah, I did go to Beyonce, and I just hope that
Where?
it
At
don't-
Foxwood?
No, in Jersey.
Right.
Yeah, and it was iconic. It was the best show ever. And then right after that is when I went to the BET Awards.
Tell us about that, dude, because I seen
Yeah.
your stories in the audience there. You had some good seats, bro.
So how I ended up getting there is through Sarai. So Sarai is a person in the industry, the cannabis industry, but she's also a project manager for like our talent manager for Grammys,
Wow.
Oscars, BET Awards, everything. I met her at an event I did, and she still works out here. She just opened up Ube Cafe in Cambridge, and she's a really dope person to get connected with. So
Should get her on. She should connect us with her.
I
Get her on
will.
the show.
Her
Take
office
on.
is right here in Worcester.
Is it really?
It is.
What's her name?
Sarai.
Sarai? No,
Yeah.
I don't know Sarai.
She's a Filipino woman. She's like head of the Filipino community out here in Massachusetts, especially when pertaining to cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if I'm explaining this kind of as Sarai, but I want to make sure I shout you out. But yeah,
That's her
she
IG?
hooked me up. Sarai_knowledge is her IG.
Word,
I'll show
word.
you. But yeah, she hooked me up through seat filling opportunities.
Uh-huh.
So are you guys familiar with seat fillers?
No.
Basically, every award show can't have empty seats. So they let models, they let marketing people, entrepreneurs, whoever sign up to fill these seats. But because Sarai is like the manager of these people, the connect, not the fake connect, she was able to just shoot us right in, and we just had to get our tickets, our flights, and our hotel, and we just got to attend. So from there, I spent three days in California. Met this girl who I partnered up with to do the seat filling with. She was so dope. This beautiful woman from Boston. Her name's Diane. And yeah, it was a great ass time. Black culture. They had Jamie Foxx. Every single performer who I think I wanted to see in my lifetime performed.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
See, that was a great because they brought it back to
They brought it back.
the early 2000s.
106 in Park. They had B2K. They had Bow Wow, Ashanti, Maya, Amiri. They had everybody perform, and even like new people. Doechii got an award.
Yeah.
Keke Palmer, you know. So. And Mariah Carey got her award. I was sitting right next to Lisa Ray, which was fire, and her kids, and it was dope. I tried to be, you know, you can't, when you're in there, you can't like talk to people too much. Like you gotta be like you're one of them. You know, like you in this building, you're not gonna be fangirling like, oh my god, I need to talk to you, because you're gonna get kicked out. So I was in there, bro, fangirling out on the inside.
Is this the Diane you was with?
Yes.
Okay, that's
love
mad
her.
funny.
You know her?
Yeah.
How you know her, bro?
I once kind of almost worked with her to like do a project like 4 years ago with Alfred.
Oh,
Funny.
word.
So in fact, I know her through Alfred. I won't even say I personally know her, but we do follow each other on social media.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But I'm like, that makes sense. I know a girl named Diane who might have went out there. Okay.
That's so funny, bro.
And then I'm
She's
trying
pretty
to pull
dope girl
up
too.
Sarai for you, but that's how you spell her name.
Oh, word, no doubt. Yeah. No, I'll find her, dude. Especially if she's out here, dude. That's what's up.
She's right down the way.
Dude, I feel like you are a master networker, bro.
I try. I think it's just a matter of not being afraid, because I don't always know what I'm saying, or I don't always know what to say, but I just know I gotta say something.
Right.
You know. So as long as you take the initiative and the effort, it'll come. People will see your heart, and they'll be like, all right, nah, she's trying. She really want to talk to me, or she knows what she's talking about, depending on what the conversation is.
Right.
But like when I was at the BET Awards, I was actually very quiet. Like I was just observing, taking in the moment, and I didn't really do that much talking.
Yeah.
No, I was kind of starstruck.
Did you see Kai Cenat?
Yeah, Kai Cenat was up there, Wallin,
I feel like
with
there
Kevin
was
Hart.
more around him than the actual, because he was streaming from the audience. I'm sure he was the only person that had clearance to, like, you know what I mean?
Do it,
yeah.
They weren't trying to let his boys in. They were giving him a hard time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
There's like a bunch of footage about it, but eventually they let him in. But it's crazy because when you're in that world, it's kind of like a reality check, because we went out with a couple of her friends that were out there, and we were in a couple of VIP sections. Raven Simone was there, Niecy Nash was there. There was a couple people out there.
It's Rayvon's sister.
Is that?
Everyone calls him Raven. I don't understand why, bro.
What? You
does not even
nothing alike.
No. The spelling of his name, for whatever reason, people just, they're like, oh, is Raven there?
OD.
Like, bro, it's OD, bro. I'm not making this up. Like, I've seen it before a thousand times. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, no,
sorry, we digress.
No, but my point was, you just, what was my point?
Being humbled, you said.
Oh yeah, you just get humbled, because when you're in LA, if you're not a known name, you don't get treated like you're special or anything like that. They're looking, if you're not a model, if you're not a known name, or if you're not wealthy and you can physically tell off of your body, you do get treated a little bit left, you know? But like me and her, we kind of bypass that, because that's just not our energy. Like the more you try to overlook us, the more we in your face, like we're here. So it was what it was. But there were some instances that was quite humbling. And I said the next time I go back to LA,
I'm gonna be famous.
What? I'm not gonna get mistaken for a Fenty beauty model. I will actually be one.
Yo, that's what's up. You hear that, Rihanna? We had a little segment talking about fat water and how much we love it. You know, for me, it's been like 4 years that I've been fucking with it.
Yeah, as soon as it dropped, I used to use her hydrating foundation, but she discontinued that, which was really saddening. Rihanna, I hope you bring that back, please. And I've been using her skincare for forever. Her skincare plus the hole-in-the-wall skincare.
Well, I can tell you, her skin is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
right
and
now.
his too.
Yeah,
We're glowing.
I appreciate that.
And
Wait, hold on, Rihanna.
With
If you're
his
really
body.
listening, by the
shape
way,
up, bro.
if you're really listening, Rihanna, obviously you want an album, but forget about that. Personally, great. Well, actually, I want your album too. No disrespect. Auntie was great. Give me back them Fenty slides, them pink Fenty slides. Bring them motherfuckers back, please.
We got
You don't
a
even
Savage
understand.
King in the building.
I had 2 pairs. I need them back. back.
Wait, so what happened to him?
My feet outgrew them.
Oh.
I
You're
bought
still
them.
growing?
Yeah, crazy, right? Crazy. It was like freshman year of college. I was a late bloomer. My feet outgrew them. Bring them back. I'll
that's
rock them.
wild,
That's
dude.
it. Bring back the Fenty slides. That's all, shorty. The
Yeah.
furry ones too. Like don't get it twisted.
Rayvon had his
In the
moment.
creepers while we're at it. Fuck it. Bring back the
Oh, the
creepers.
creepers.
We gotta clap it up
You
for
feel me?
Shayla here because we are on time.
Yeah.
I wish we had a little bit more time. We have to do this again. I feel like you are the most natural guest in like free flowing stories that you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, for
I'll
real.
be waiting for somebody to ask me questions.
Yeah, for real, dude. Oh man, we'll have you back.
I got some stories. You might get a couple of drinks in before we tell them. But
But you know, social consumption's coming on some line sometime soon, so we might be able to be in here with like a, you know what I'm saying, like a oh my God, why am I drawing a blank? The Rove shots. What are they called?
yeah, the drink loud.
The drink louds, bro. Just pour it up in our water.
I
Our
was gonna
drink,
say
you know
like a
what I'm
2-gram blunt, but that's cool too.
yeah.
Waiting.
Well, you know, there's specific regulations
Yeah.
that make it harder for that type of consumption. You know, with edibles,
Well, with
vapes.
the addition of the tent, I mean, you guys got enough space.
Yeah,
in
that's
that
true.
back
Yo,
lot.
imagine a tent inside a major blunt.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
that'd be wild, dude.
It would still fog it out.
Yeah.
It would still be foggy
A
in here.
little bit. Well, yeah, dude. So Rayvon, any other words for our listeners, both on the internet and the radio?
Rihanna.
Yeah, that's the.
Shout out ASAP Rocky too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know you're pregnant, you got the kids already. Shout out Rocky, give us that album, give us some fucking clothes, like stop teasing us. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you're wild.
Oh,
dude.
but I guess that's about it. Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Shayla, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
real.
guys again for having me. It's
No.
always a good time.
We'll
Seriously.
do it again. Are you gonna join our team meeting now that we're a few minutes late? Are you gonna come to Electric Haze with us?
I heard there was no consumption.
We can go. We can take a walk, guys. We'll take a walk. You know what I'm saying? It's very condoned on this street.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
That's funny.
All right, you guys have just been infused. Want to thank Shayla again, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace, peace.